Gallade, look, our first baby. Mama. She's also a shiny. Shiny. Modest nature, female, good starting attacks. Mind if I borrow her? What? Yes, I do. I'm gonna name you Clover. Why that jerk? We've known each other since I was level 10, and now 70 levels later she steals my baby? I heard she hacked that baby to be a shiny. Seems like you're being replaced, guard. Apparently you didn't get the memo that she hacked a surfing Pikachu too. Be an espion. No. Be an Umbrian. Shut up. I can move stuff with my mind. What can you do, huh? When you realize rock isn't immune to electric. How many other lies have I been told by the council? Hide your phone, they're up to no good. Dragon slash fighting. The cooler dragon slash fighting. That one guy about to say Karaden is actually fighting slash dragon. Pokemon tips. When training baby Pokemon, you can expect to encounter the occasional nighttime accident. It's okay that you wet the bed, Squirtle. You'll learn to control your water gun soon. Or, Bulby, you seed, bombed the bed. We'll get this cleaned up. The flames. The smell of burning flesh. I couldn't save them. I couldn't save my family. Cha. Change your perspective and the reality changes. Slow the fuck down there, Aristotle, you are like 3 years old wearing a fucking hard hat. UK's legendary doggos. America's legendary doggo. You were supposed to evolve into Umbrian, not a Sylveon, and I don't even know how you convinced me to wear these clothes. He no like walks. Others in their first playthrough use only their over-leveled starter. 10-year-old me using a team of 6 with no type overlap, coverage moves and items. Snorlax in any franchise game. Snorlax in Hisu. My mom, Pokemon is unchristian. Me, no, it's not. Pokemon when my mom walks in. Point of view, Pokemon Z finally comes out. It's been 3,000 years. Smug as heck Pikachu. Pay 2 coins and I shall ferry you to the land of the dead. How about I give you this first edition Charizard and you bring me back to life? Surprise. In loving memory. Earthquake had no effect. Earthquake had no effect. Earthquake had no effect. How long does it take for them to style their hair every day? Or do they wear them like it for many days? Do they sleep with their styled hair? How many times a week do they wash their hair? Pokemon if they use explosion in other games. Pokemon if they use explosion in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Minus 40 HP. You're as beautiful as a day I lost you. Generation 6 remakes. The fact that Misty once tried to intimidate Ghastly with a crucifix leads me to ask a very important question. What Pokemon did Jesus have? Pokédex listed height. Me. I'll ignore that. It's a cracked boulder. A Pokemon may be able to break it. Amora used Rock Smash. Smash. Me whenever I'm in my existential crisis. I do not vibe with this universe. Me, praying to catch the shiny Geodude I found. Geodude uses self-destruct. My teacher, the test isn't that hard. My test. Which is the first Pokemon? A Bulbasaur. B Mew. C Rhydon. D Arceus. My boil glowed up. Throws rock. I think Pokemon is childish and for losers. Fight Pokemon item run. Eevee when you show it a water stone. Me taking 3 business days to get over something. Expectation versus reality. Just woke up from a nap and had a dream that they announced a new capybara Pokemon, and it was literally just a regular ass capybara named Capybara. Artist's rendition. I paint my gyms with the blood of my enemies. I paint my gyms with the tears of my enemies. I pee on my gyms. Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally a cabbage frog. I can't get past, the path seems to be blocked. How Cyndaquil looked in Pokemon Gold 22 years ago. How Cyndaquil looked to me as a kid back then. 1996. 1999. Exercise. Pokemon. I'm a pretty bad trainer. Pal World. Really? What's the worst thing you've ever done? I had an HM slave once. Pal World. Wow, that's pretty hardcore. Jeez. Pal World. That's like this one time when I didn't like a pal, so I ground his parents up into chili and fed it to him. Pokemon. I wanna be mysterious so bad, but I just cannot shut the fuck up. Friend, wow. You have a peculiar set of Pokemon. Me. The girl who travels alone with her magic ghost sword probably has an interesting life story. Her life. Girls with time machine. I'm your great granddaughter. Really? Boys with time machine. I watched Satan drag your great great grandson to hell for wanting to genocide the world. I guess he deserved it. Pokemon should be easy because it's for kids. Pokemon should be harder to grow with its audience. E is for everyone. Pokemon should have difficulty options. Kyogre and Groudon start fighting. Rayquaza. Girls who fell in love with Ash. Sinnoh fans. Once you've played you'll never stop wanting to beat Dialga to death with your bare hands. Anthony Bourdain. Every other hidden machine. Me, after getting to the Elite Four. All of you, get out. Except you stay. Surf. Most people rejected his message. The reason BDSP isn't good is because Gen 4 wasn't good. Shut up. They hated Jesus because he told them the truth. Gal, 416. Price in the anime. Price in Pokemon Adventures. Rotom had one job at being a good Pokemon and failed. Actually I had 7 jobs at being a good Pokemon and failed them all. I would never be a simp. At your service my queen. The Pikachu clones would be way more fun to use if they got evolutions. Change my mind. If a 10-year-old kid can roam around the world freely, encountering dangerous creatures, why do we need parental authority to get a cell phone? Shiny Hunters. Shiny Hunters. Ash Ketchum has Charizard use seismic toss on Brandon's Dusclops. I was extremely drunk that day. News. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture. Apologies for my attire. You called at midnight and ordered me here immediately, so I had no time to change. Ah, Larry, it's no worry. I love the outfit. You look ready to poke battle the ghost of Christmases past. If you were to pair a Drifloon and Phantump together, would the Drifloon attempt to drag the Phantump away? You're walking home late at night and see this thing staring at you. What do? Anything that is considered a normal attack, if you do attack it won't hurt it. When the brothers are chilling. Mother who mothered in everything except being a mother. Jenga is not affected by Machamp's punches. But what if I punch? Like really fast? PFFFD. Why would that possibly make any diff? Bap. Machamp used Bullet Punch. Please kill me. Now. I swear Rayquaza always looks like he has cracked a joke and is waiting for a response. Time traveler moves chair. The timeline. MEWTWO, a one of a kind Pokemon created from human experiments. But in the anime, there's two for some reason. I guess this one goes for every fighter. Do the JOHTO games have noticeable issues that make playing through them painful? Yes. Yes, but my nostalgia prevents me from admitting it. Don't forget to water your plants. The illusion. Stats. Design. Of free choice. Kyogre and Groudon fans, after debating, realizing both absolutely kick-ass and haven't fallen off like other legendary duos. When God prefers your descendant over you. Pokemon and theme songs back then makes me wanna sing and dance, change my mind. I'll have a Memellion for my SWSH team. How original. Nicknamed James Pond. Daring today, aren't we? To warm my head. To warm my feet. To warm my hands. To warm my heart. When someone knocks on the bathroom door. Saying occupied. Making a loud ahem sound. Knocking back. Shooting louder. Screeching at the top of their lungs. Inviting them in. Opening the door. Summoning Arceus to create a whole new world where everyone can shit at their own will. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. If Escavalier's hidden ability doesn't change, in Gen 10 it would be completely redundant. Until we meet again. Indigo Disc Gel Mask. Me. Oh, there was one thing I forgot to say. You 100% passed on the vibe check. Indigo Disc Gel Mask. Here are your new cool paradox forms. Yay, we cool metal robots from the future now. Long neck. Long head. Long tail. What the hell is this? Me preparing for the raid we are about to do and explaining weaknesses. My dad, who is just happy he gets to spend time with his son. Snap. Yep, adding this to my cringe compilation. Gently holds the baby bird. Visualizing in the mirror the man I want to become. Nice opinion. But my dad owns Apple. Dentist who extracted tooth on hoverboard, sentenced to 12 years in prison. Looks like they couldn't handle the Neutron style. Welcome home, son. How was the meteor shower? How Jeter became the greatest champion of Paldea. And when everyone's a champion, no one will be. Hard to swallow pills. Leon would be considered on par with Jeter and Diantha if the game didn't say he was undefeated. Shiny hunters when the Gen 3 shiny Rayquaza they finally encounter doesn't have their preferred stat spread. What's 17 more years? Megazard X. The anime. Megazard Y. What do you mean he just showed up? I mean he literally just showed up. I was watching a meteor hit that planet you made, which then made it have this weird blow liquid on it. Then turn around and see this green missile thing flying straight toward the planet. He's kinda just like eating all the meteors, but what is he? I don't know. It ain't one of my kids. Do you think you could watch my little brother for me? I'm busy, but my Pokemon are great with kids. They'll watch him for you. His Pokemon. People who grew up on Ziz thought this guy was the most powerful being in existence. Okay Cynthia, you've got to take this seriously. You killed 27 children. Nimona when you beat her. Kieran when you beat him. I'm going to kill you. And then kill you again. What a nice family tree. The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Teal Mask and Mochi Mayhem downloadable content in a nutshell. When you realize that Pokemon's A is as backwards. The Froggy Fallout. The forgetful idiot. The level 5 Snivy. The Dark Ray Dream Destroyer. A ship that would cause the most chaos in the fandom. Rock. Paper scissors. Which starters need new megas? Generation 4 needs them. US. Charizard. Arg, call an ambulance. But not for me. When you have hatched over 2,000 eggs and have not gotten a single shiny. Look at all those Pikachu. Pokemon. Pokédex entries. I don't want a Geo, I'll give you anything. You cannot barter with death. I have a shiny Charizard in my backpack. Okay, to me, but this stays between us. Shout out to fairy type Pokemon that look like they would kill me. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Love you, Mama. Love you, May. Hey. Who left this bowl of onions here? Pidgey line. Game Freak. DODUO line. Spearow line. The strongest fish in history. The strongest fish of today. When you realize the food was poisoned. I'm your childhood rival that's always one step ahead of you. I'll finally beat you someday, Gary. I'm just as good of a trainer as you are. It's pathetic to be friends with Pokemon. They're just tools for fighting. You're wrong. Pokemon are our friends. We should raise them with love. Pallet Town is filled with hillbillies. You're from the Botanies. Huh. I wanna eat the very best like no one ever had to taste it is my real test. I want bites so bad. I think we are ready for a live audience. You want us to perform in front of others? Of course. Isn't that why you all come here and practice with me every day? I just wanted to make noise. Raheezel snacks. I live here. The TV in Red's house referencing Stand By Me. The TV in Ethan's house referencing The Goddess. The plot of SV. When you see that one bro who's been hating on Callus since 2013 act like they've been a fan the whole time. What happened to him? His region doesn't have fire types. Rockstar Games. Game Freak. Having remakes of their most beloved games that came in Gen 4 and the original GTA 3D trilogy be made by a shitty mobile company that knows nothing about the franchise rather than doing it themselves. The games being filled with to the brim with bugs, glitches and having very bad graphics and having performances issues and being regarded as the worst games of their game series. Bishop vs King Gambit. Homeless please help. Put the evolving skies in the bag and nobody gets hurt. Charizard without his cream colored belly. You're welcome. Orange Islands and Cannon. Ash caught Snorlax there. Brock's Trauma appears again in later seasons. Lugia, which is a Pokemon that showed up in the Orange Islands movie, appears again in JOHTO. Charizard starts obeying Ash in the Orange Islands. By the way, Nebby, I set you up on a blind date. Pew. Trust me, Nebby. You two will make the cutest couple. Pew. Pew. AWW. They are so cute. Yeah, they are. Which one is yours? I haven't decided yet. Well, there's no wild Pokemon here. Just a bunch of boring naked girls. Mon, Pikachu, let's Geo. Pokemon mommy issues. Daddy issues. Fligon used Dig. Typhlosion used Earthquake. Fligon's Levitate protects it from damage. I wanna be mysterious so bad, but I just cannot shut the fuck up. Game. Anime. Netflix adaptation. Nebby should have stayed Lily's Pokemon, she's the one who raised and protected them. A Jerpin should have chosen Kieran, He's the one who always believed in her. I can't wait to finally catch as his friend who he has been trying to find for 3,000 years. I believe in Trapinch supremacy. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Is it pronounced Pokemon Legends Z2A or Pokemon Legends ZA? The only rapper Eminem didn't dare to go after. I think I miss my Garlisapot. Whooper looks pleased that everyone is drowning. We've had one Intimidate, yes. But what about second Intimidate? BTTTT. Baba, ayo you like the cut? Me. Yay bro that shit gas. Visit Gala, everyone is perfectly normal here. Actually Gala. Fun facts with Furret. Due to bizarre Generation 1 mechanics, Red Blue Yellow Mewtwo has 744 base stat total, meaning that it would be the strongest obtainable Pokemon if it had access to Mega Evolution. Is this look okay? Fans, since Ingo is in Legends, Arceus, Game Freak must be setting up Emmett's plotline for Legends, Celebi. Game Freak, who are planning to separate Tate and Liza in the next Legends game. Dylan. You son of a bitch. Are you wasting money on stupid things again? Look how cute is my new penguin friend. Know the difference? 45 degrees. Acute angle. Acute angel. Parents. Any Pokemon. Is this a Pikachu? If this kid comes back in like 20 years dressed as a massive buff Gyarados, I'll eat my shirt. Tentacruel seems interested in your mom. Unsee. I wish Pokemon were real. Moffus when they hear a particularly strange noise from the woods at 3:28 AM and see this thing staring back at them.